lift up your arms, you can see the nipples.
I want to start off today's video with a question. One that I've been asking myself a lot recently, and one that I want to pose to you. And that is, why did you start running in the first place? I think when I ask myself that question, I don't have a really cool answer. I don't have some epic origin to why I started running. I never ran cross country. I never did track. I played sports all throughout my childhood and high school, but it had nothing to do with endurance running. About 3 years ago, I did 75 hard for the first time, and for the second daily workout, one of them had to be outside for 45 minutes, and I couldn't think of anything else to do other than just to jog for 45 minutes. I wish I could say that the rest was history, and I did that workout outdoors, and I loved running, but I didn't. Fast forward ahead just a little bit, and I'm training for my third marathon, so obviously something along the way clicked. I think the main reason I like running so much is not because it's easy, but because it's really hard. Fingers crossed we don't wipe out here. It's nasty though. This is not fun, but we're out here. You don't really notice the benefit until you're done running, but you get that overwhelming sense of accomplishment that you can only really get when you dig deep and you pull more from yourself. Going a little bit faster, a little bit harder for a little bit longer. That's what endurance is all about. And I think that's why I liked running so much, is it taught me something about myself that I couldn't learn through other aspects of my life. That whole idea of long distance running and endurance ties in really well with some lessons that I've learned from the marathon that I want to share with you today. One of those being, get uncomfortable every day. Daily discomfort is a really good way to grow. And the earlier you learn that, the more you'll grow and the better of a runner you'll be. Done. Oh, 7 miles on the dot. Is my beard frozen? I feel like my
You
face,
can see the water.
I feel like my face is wet and frozen. On the topic of being uncomfortable, definitely some uncomfortable parts of today's run. Mainly my socks, my shoes getting absolutely soaked. I don't know why, I never want my shoes to get damaged. And obviously you're gonna take them out and run on them, that's the point of them. But every time I hit a puddle, it's just, I cringe every time. Almost slipped a couple times. Felt like my beard was freezing as I was running. It's soaked right now. Yeah, uncomfortable, but obviously, we're out here for a reason. We're doing this to get better for the marathon, and this is the one uncomfortable thing I have to do today. The rest of the day is going to be really exciting, so I'm always happy when I can get these things done early on in the day so that the rest of the day I can just enjoy and get the most uncomfortable part of the day done with early. Another idea that I keep coming back to is that less is more. And just like this brown sugar cortado that I have in front of me, there's only 3 ingredients here: espresso, steamed milk, and obviously the homemade brown sugar syrup. When you drink it, you can actually taste all of those elements. And I think that's why I like drinks like this so much. When I think about a Starbucks drink, if you look at the picture of it on the menu, it looks incredible. When you order that, there's almost so much going on that you can't even really taste coffee, which is ultimately why you went to a coffee shop in the first place, I hope. I think running can fall into a similar category, and there's nothing wrong with owning a lot of different types of shoes, different running clothes, having all this gear, supplements. Those are all good things and they're all beneficial to you. But if that is taking away from your primary goal, which is to run and potentially hit a certain time goal, keep things as simple as possible. Sometimes less really is more. Having a trustworthy pair of daily trainers, a fueling strategy that you can always come back to that works for you, and having some way to track your progress, whether that's on your phone on Strava or some type of running watch. It doesn't take much to get out there and run. Running is really simple. When I stick to less, it actually helps me focus on my end goal just a little bit more. I think the last and potentially most important lesson that I've learned from the marathon is to have fun with it. All right, we're at the ice rink. Luckily, there's a heated cabana with a red light, and there's a fire pit out there as well. So it'll at least keep us a little bit warm, but we're gonna do some
ice skating out here, and technically we're celebrating my birthday, which was yesterday, but we're gonna celebrate it today. So family is here and we're gonna do some laps around, and hopefully I don't fall. Hopefully my wife did not fall. It's gonna be a good time. It's cold. The real feel is 14 degrees if you can't already see my breath.
Running is not a pass or fail sport. When I cross the finish line to these races, I look down at my watch and I make a decision. I either passed and I got the time I wanted, or I failed and I have to go back to the drawing board. But I don't think that's how running was designed to be. Running at its core is exercise. But if we blow that up to be something way more than it is and put this pressure on ourselves, we're never really going to get the most out of it.
Oh, they're cool. Oh, yeah. Look at those guys. New Balance SC Trees.
You got the heel lifts on it.
With the carbon plate in there. Feel those.
They light?
Yeah.
Jalen, put them on in case you can't get them off. Those are very light.
You can see that. It's like really reactive foam. I'm hoping this helps my shin splints a little bit. And then you couldn't bend these shoes if you wanted. That plate in there is like kind of like a spring. It's good for like fast runs or marathons.
That wind was crazy. I couldn't go anywhere because it was so windy.
I think in any sport that people play, when they remember to have fun, they usually play a little bit looser and they usually play a little bit better. And when the training gets hard, when there's really cold days, when you just don't feel like doing it, I think the one thing I have to bring myself back to is that I signed up for this, I paid to do this, and at the end of the day, it really is fun. To me, at least.
Okay, speaking earlier on the topic of less being more and that gear is not all that important and you should just go out and run, I got some brand new gear. My parents got me some new running shoes, the New Balance SC Trainer V3s, a shoe I've been wanting forever and a shoe I feel like everybody has. And they have that blue color I really like, so I wanted to get something a little bit different, and this more neutral color definitely will go with more of my outfit. So absolutely stoked to try those out. Carbon plated, but super, super lightweight as well. We are wrapping up our skating here, which is also going to wrap up our video. It's very cold. It's under 10 degrees Fahrenheit, so we are frozen to death. And the rink is going to close pretty soon. Either way, keep in mind these lessons from the marathon are just things that I've picked up throughout running. And it just makes me realize how much fun running is. Like, it's just, at the end of the day, as cold as it is, as painful as it can be, as sore and as tired as you get sometimes, running is just fun. It gives a lot back, and it feels like the more you put in, the more you get out. It doesn't have to be that complicated, but again, it can be as simple as you want it to be, or it can be as complicated as you want it to be. I think that's why I keep coming back to it over and over again. Also, it is my birthday, so I have 2 requests, actually 3 requests. Number 1, like this video. Number 2, subscribe. Number 3, comment, but don't just comment anything. Comment some lessons from runs you've had, 5Ks, half marathons, whatever you've done, Ironman, biking, whatever you're doing. Leave that below so when other people are watching this video and they're in the comments, they're getting non-stop advice from other people when it comes to endurance activities. So it's my birthday, you have to do all those things. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching.